Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 93.
Today is the last day that our friends are going to be here with us, at least on this trip. So we're going to head out to the parks and try and take a few more pictures, get a little bit more video while we're there. They do have an afternoon flight they got to catch, so we're going to have to get back a little earlier for that. So we grabbed breakfast in the club level lounge there, and of course my breakfast consisted mostly of coffee from the Nespresso machine because it's there and I gotta have it, and I may or may not have taken one to go with me when I left the club level lounge to go to the park, but you know, that's irrelevant, it's fine. So we hopped on a bus over to Hollywood Studios. We had our Star Wars clothes on. We wanted to get at least a couple pictures over there, and we walked over towards where the entrance to Galaxy's Edge is going to be whenever they eventually open. Took a few pictures over there. We had the Millennium Falcon, you can see looks just like it's going to look whenever the land eventually opens. And then we saw a sign over in the corner that said, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, live your adventure in 2019. And we thought, that's really appropriate for a tagline, considering, you know, what we're doing right now. So we had to go take a picture with the sign. We couldn't not take a picture with it. It was just so fitting. It was perfect.
It was like they made it for us. Like, oh, look, you guys are living in the resorts in 2019. Here you go. The sign's just for you to take a picture. So we had fun taking pictures with that and really just talking about how appropriate it is for our year. And of course, it being the year that Galaxy's Edge is opening. Robert may or may not have planned it all around that. I don't know.
I will not say whether or not the opening of Galaxy's Edge kind of pushed me towards 2019 being the year. It may or may not have been a factor, but that's not really the question right now.
I think it was.
So, yeah.
I really think it was.
Yeah,
After
maybe.
we took some pictures there, our friends headed out and just wanted to enjoy a couple rides. We were on a mission though. We went back to Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Robert brought his 360 camera so that we can get the entire show this time, not like one little section with our screen. And he got a 360 degree video of Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, and it was really cool. It
is a lot of fun to do 360 video. It's something I don't get to do a lot because it really is best for the shows and things where you're sitting down. When you're moving around, it's kind of rough sometimes. We did Slinky Dog Dash in 360 a while back, and that was different. It was kind of cool, but I think this was the perfect setting for it right here, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. We got the video done. I knew, hey, this is a brand new show. People will probably watch it if I upload it to YouTube. So when we headed back to the resort after this show was over, number one priority for me was getting it edited and exported so I could upload it to YouTube in 360 and let people watch the entirety. So if you'd like to watch Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy in 360, we do have it up on the channel, and I will link it down in the description below. It's kind of a cool experience to get to kind of click and drag around, or if you're using your phone, you can kind of move it around and see everything. It's really cool.
It is a really cool experience to watch. When we walked out of Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, there was a dance party going on, and it was super fun and super awesome to watch. They had a bunch of dancers out there, and they were dancing to awesome songs, great music, and everyone was just having a really good time. Kids were dancing, adults were dancing, and then they started doing all this choreographed dancing. It wasn't just like freestyle. It was very choreographed, amazing stuff. And it was just so exciting to watch. Everyone was just having a wonderful time.
Yeah, it was really cool to see, but we couldn't hang out and dance too much there because we do need to head back to our resort with our friends. They are going to be taking that Magical Express bus back to the airport, so we got to get back and help them get all packed up for that. Once we got back, we saw them off, and then I headed over to the club level lounge because I've got some work to do. I have a couple calls booked, and what better place to work than the club level lounge with the productivity juice machine over there, also known as a Nespresso machine. So I sat down and worked and had a couple calls there, and Alyssa had her own project to work on.
By project, he means laundry. This is the last time we're going to have laundry for a little while, and so I made sure everything we had was completely washed and clean. I wanted to make sure we were all set. I also wanted to make sure we were packed because tomorrow is moving day again, and we've been here a day extra, which we don't normally have. We have done quite a bit of laundry while here, so I wanted to make sure everything was packed and organized like it should be.
And I will say that extra day made a big
It was so nice.
difference. I know we've had 3-day stays mostly, but then leading up to this one, we had a 2-night stay at All Star Music, and now we had 4. And it's kind of like, man, this 4-night thing is pretty awesome. Too bad we didn't do more of those. That stinks. Oh well.
Whose fault is that?
We're going, yeah, you know what? I don't like to point fingers at people or anything like that, so I don't know whose fault it is.
I do.
Yeah, well, whatever. Well, we stayed up there in the club level lounge waiting for dinner. Of course, Alyssa had the laundry in. We were just waiting using the website to let us know when it's done. Dinner came out, and of course, once again, they had that chef come out live on stage. Tonight, they were preparing macaroni and cheese, which was absolutely delicious. It wasn't like the typical Disney kids mac and cheese. This was kind of a grown-up mac and cheese. It was a little fancier than the kids mac and cheese usually is.
As fancy as you can make mac and cheese.
I mean, you know, it was still really good though. I really, really enjoyed that. I had several servings of that. They also had duck tonight, which was delicious. I don't normally go for duck most of the time. This one was really good. It had a lot of really good flavor.
And this was the meal that I went for because I am a huge fan of duck. I really enjoy it. It's not something you get very often, especially at Disney. It's not something that they serve very often. So I was very excited to have something different tonight, and I had quite a few bowls of that as well.
And I am totally not a child, but I did supplement my macaroni and cheese with chicken nuggets because they have chicken nuggets out on the buffet tonight. Nothing, the chef made, just the Disney chicken nuggets. But I am a sucker for Disney chicken nuggets because they're so good. And they had some barbecue sauce out, and I may or may not have eaten like a child that night, but that's okay because it was really good and I enjoyed it.
We had a table kind of over in the corner and we still had our laptops there. So we kind of got to enjoy like all of dinner, the whole span. So we'd work a little bit, eat a little bit, work a little bit, eat a little bit. So we were able to eat more because we were able to spread it out, which was really nice. And I'm going to be honest, we were hanging out till dessert too. That's just what we were doing.
Yeah, we were waiting for the dessert to come out because you can't miss dessert. You got to have it.
They had a couple new items tonight. Of course, all the regular stuff that we've seen throughout this week. But they also had red velvet cake, which Robert loves.
I'm a big fan of red velvet cake. They've had the brownies throughout the time we've been here, typically with the cream cheese frosting, which were really good. I love cream cheese frosting, but even better than cream cheese frosting on brownies is cream cheese frosting on red velvet cake. It was amazing.
They also had an orange sesame cake, and that was actually really good, really light and refreshing. A lot of the desserts were kind of heavy with what they were serving, so this was a really nice light option that was fruity instead of super chocolatey and rich. Once we were done eating a ton of desserts, and again, finishing the night completely stuffed and on a sugar high, we did go back to the room to make sure everything was ready for the morning. And that was the end of our day today, so we'll see you tomorrow.
For our Year with the Ears.